Hi, I'm Steve.
And I'm Karen.
And
we are Sailing Intermission.
We sold our house and quit our jobs.
Couldn't sell the motorcycle.
Started having fun, living on our Catalina 42.
It was rocking and rolling.
And then we decided we needed a bigger boat.
So we bought a Mikado 56. Started to do some work on it.
Home sweet home now.
We've had some rough times and some great times so far.
And we hope you join us and subscribe. We love sharing our adventure with y'all.
I love a wooden mast sailboat. I'm guessing they're made of spruce.
Great day for a dinghy ride.
Yeah, I thought we'd explore a little bit.
Of course, I'm Steve's dinghy. There's some really nice homes here.
So that's what it's called.
It's not exactly clear like Florida.
Am I being filmed?
Well,
Am I
yeah.
on video?
Yeah, baby.
There. All right. Now I'm ready.
Gorgeous.
Well, it's kind of nice, just relaxing. We were on the hook or sailing for 3 months, and it has its own bling, I guess. But it's also nice being where we can just chill and kind of do our thing.
Yeah, being anchored brings up a whole different set of opportunities. So one of the things I noticed while we were anchored is, you want to conserve your battery power, of course. And so we were very conscious of basically shutting down when the sun went down. So we actually changed our sleeping habits quite a bit when we were anchored.
I know. When we were anchored, I mean, we do have a 5 kilowatt Northern Lights generator, but of course the water pump went out, and so we were at some point, for however long till we could get the part in, we were using wind and solar power to charge our batteries. We have 5 house batteries. We have 9 batteries on this boat. 2 of them are for the bow thruster, one's for windlass, a starter battery, and 5 house batteries. They're all AGMs, and they seem to work pretty well. I think we have about 600 amps of house.
Another thing is you don't really, or we don't anyway, sleep very well when we're on the hook. You're always listening for different noises. Sometimes you can hear the tide changes, the current. Sometimes the anchor drags and you have the alarm go off. And it's just not a real restful type of sleeping.
And sailing, which is great during the day, it always bugs me a little bit sailing at night because you can't really see what's in front of you. You know, worried about having a collision or something. Of course, we have life raft, but we do have a floodlight on the bow and a camera. And what we're going to do next time we're out, I'm ordering a camera that has a much longer IR range. You know, ours is like 60 foot or something, which is nothing. So I'll probably get something with maybe about 300-foot range where we might have a chance at night. It shows up on our chart plotter, that sort of thing.
Another thing is you can't take your trash to the dumpster every day like you do when you're at dock. And so we don't have a trash compactor on Isabella, so I became the trash compactor. So, you know, like water bottles, squishing them down. We had to eat a lot of canned food because it's just easier to bring cans over on the dinghy than other groceries. And so I would be stuffing the cans with various trash so that when you threw the can away, it was full of trash. So it was very compact. And then every once in a while, we'd get in the dinghy to go grocery shopping, and we'd take our trash with us and throw it away at the dumpsters and trash cans that's on the city dock.
Yeah, boat life is different. One thing we don't do, and a lot of boaters don't, not all, but we do not flush toilet paper. And so, because, you know, you can't just call Roto-Rooter like in your home. If you clog things up with a bunch of toilet paper and all, you end up having to take the toilet apart and all this kind of stuff. It's much more involved, and of course it's always messy doing that, even though, as you know, I do toilet stuff all the time.
We don't really have any hanging closets on Isabella that we use for clothes. I know a lot of boats do, but we have places where we put our clothes in. We just fold them and they stack neatly on top of each other. And one thing that we noticed when we were on the hook, you know, we weren't running our air conditioning as much, and there was dampness, quite a bit of dampness with the humidity in the boat. So that's another thing that you don't normally have in a home or an apartment. And it can be kind of disheartening to wake up and your clothes are a little damp.
Speaking of boat life, when you come down the companionway stairs, at least the main companionway, we have two. This is kind of what you see. It's our salon. Some call it the saloon. Yeah, you know, we have been known to have a drink in here. And moving forward, this is our, whoops, there we go, our main cabin, owner's cabin, whatever you want to call it. This is where we sleep. We do have a private head. If you see a gallon jug of water there, these toilets bring in ocean water to flush with, which creates its own problems. So sometimes when we pee, we just pour some fresh water in to flush it. And then moving around, we've got our, we call it a closet, which is where we keep clothes. You can hear the air conditioner getting ready to come on. It's not super quiet. It does the trick though. Here's a separate shower stall. And coming back out to the salon, I saw a hand there. We got a little small second refrigerator there. It's our microwave. Kind of walk around here. Storage. It's our galley. Toaster. Force tin. Stove oven. We have a little top to it we use for extra counter space. Our toaster, our Keurig, and a kind of a toaster oven. A little hard to see in this lighting. Let's see. We just keep on top. Works well. Our Vitrifrigo drawer refrigerator. Coming back, we have a hall here that we come into. This is what we call the VIP stateroom. Not bad. You know, we have stuff in it, our motorcycle helmets and stuff. It has a private head also. Then we have another cabin, and it has a private head. We just call it the aft cabin. It's pretty nice. Has some stuff stored in it, but wrinkly cushion covers, but they're clean. Of course, those who watch may know about moving toilets around. Back into the hall, we can see the crew cabin, which had bunk beds on it. Since we really use it as a garage, we kind of put these wooden panels there to hide some of our stuff. And then there's another shower stall here. If you see a panel out, it's because I did a little touch-up paint on it. This one's a bigger one. It's a two-person shower. So, you know, Karen and I make sure we're each really clean. And I'm going to turn around. These are all pics from one of our other marinas we were at. And that's kind of it. We do have this closet, which, like most closets, are full of stuff, but this one kind of reorganized. Have a lot of stuff hanging on the wall now. That's kind of it. We live in, well, rough estimate, we have about 430 square feet of living space. That does not include the engine room, which is 50 square feet. So there's Karen. She's running and hiding, I guess. I don't know what she's doing.
I was moving out of the way.
And the engine room, got a little HEPA filter running there, our scales. I can turn on the engine room lights, one of our chargers. We have a wall with a solar controller, wind generator controller, AIS unit, a Nexus unit for N2K, wind, instruments, etc. And then engine room. There we go. Has our trusty Cummins 4BT 150 horse diesel, and over there's our Northern Lights 5 kilowatt generator.